How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Please give this video a thumbs up if you guys really enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, head over to Twitch. Follow me there at Douglas447. I stream there at least once a week, whether it be for Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, Destiny 2, Star Wars gaming in general, or anything else you guys suggest me to stream over there. Recently, I've been streaming Resident Evil 8 and some Destiny 2. I'm going to be getting into playing some other things as well. And we're going to be talking about Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 1. This is going to be part 1 of 2. So this is going to be talking about episodes 1 through 8, and then part 2, which will come out after episode 16 has finally wrapped up. I will talk about episodes 9 through 16 in that video. So this is going to be part 1 of 2. So basically, Star Wars The Bad Batch is a spin-off of Star Wars The Clone Wars. And we end up witnessing through Kanan's eyes the Jedi that we have from Rebels, along with the Bad Batch, seeing Order 6 transpire. We get to see Kanan see his master get killed by Order 66. Tarkin, from so much of Star Wars, gets revealed to be the major villain, and Crosshair's Order 66 chip gets activated. Yet the other members of the Bad Batch, they remain unactivated. What I really loved about episode 1 was that it was like an hour and 15 minutes long, so it's like the first episode's almost a movie, which is kind of cool because they almost did something like Clone Wars did, where they made a movie which leads into the actual show, which is pretty cool. While I was watching the first 8 episodes, and I'm still continuing to have this same problem as I continue on through episodes 9 through 16. The show is basically showing the aftermath of Order 66, and it's doing so from a clone viewpoint. Also, it feels like a season 8 of the Clone Wars show. Like, they couldn't get a green light to make a Clone Wars season 8, so instead we're getting a spin-off, and they're just calling it Star Wars The Bad Batch. And that's fine and all, but I would rather them just acknowledge the fact that it is Clone Wars Season 8. Because it feels like it. It has clones, it's got Kamino, it's got Saw Gerrera, we've got a new character, Omega, which is kind of like this female clone that may or may not have force powers. We have Rafia and Trace from Clone Wars Season 7 that's friends with Ahsoka in it. Finnick the Bounty Hunter from the Mandalorian show shows up. We get a bunch of new planets. We get a baby Rancor. Cad Bane shows up and almost kills Hunter at the end of episode 8. We've got droid versus droid action. There's, the underground, and I'm just like, when you put all these things together, it doesn't feel like it's its own show. It does feel like a spinoff, but it feels more like Clone Wars. And it's cool to see more prequel stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, we've gotten Clone Wars, we've gotten Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, the video game, we've gotten Battlefront 2, we've gotten Solo, and we've just got so much prequel material. And it's weird, it's like the prequel stuff now is starting to actually be good, when the sequel trilogy stuff that they've pushed out for episode 7, 8, and 9, and even, what was that one animated show, Resistance, they're not loved by fans, but it's amazing that stuff like this is. It was cool that we got a lot of explanation, and that's what this show seems to be doing, is a lot of explanation, is explaining that a lot of clones ended up returning to Kamino, and a lot of them got just killed off in live fire simulations if they didn't decide to just flat out join the Empire. Also, it makes it where the Empire makes a valid point as to why they went with stormtroopers, just regular citizens, to police the galaxy instead of having clones, is that making clones just is more expensive. And they wanted to just have it where the people that were serving the Empire were loyal, and that there was no clone defaults. We also get to see Clone Trooper Cutter from the Clone Wars show again. That deserter from, I think, season 1 or 2 shows up. That was pretty cool. I will say I did laugh a lot, which is pretty cool. Something that I also wish that this show did is like I said, the first episode's like an hour and 15 minutes long, but the other episodes are like 20 to 30, which is fine because it's trying to be reminiscent of Clone Wars and Rebels and stuff. But the problem I have is that they're releasing one 20 to 30-minute episode each week. I think it would be cool if they released 2 to 3 episodes. I get that they're trying to pad out, keeping people interested for 4 months for this show because it's a subscription service on Disney Plus. But I really wish we got more than just one episode a week because I just wish people could binge a little bit more of this stuff. The show also explains why stormtroopers remained loyal to the Empire, unlike the Republic. And basically, a lot of people felt that the Republic didn't care about its citizens. The Empire was like, okay, you join up, you become a stormtrooper, you get food, you get shelter, and you get pay. It also shows that the Empire is willing from the very beginning, from it rising out of the ashes at the end of Revenge of the Sith, that the Empire is willing to kill and burn alive both military and civilians for total galactic control. And you can see the inspiration being fused in here by George Lucas and Dave Filoni and other really hardcore fans that worked on this show, that they wanted the Empire to feel like a PG version of Nazi Germany from World War II. And we get to start seeing the foundation of what we get in Solo and from Rogue One and New Hope and Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. We get to see the beginnings of the totalitarian government that the Empire wants to be. Episode 7, we get to see Captain Rex. I thought that was pretty cool. A lot of cool tie-ins with Season 7. Everybody gets their chip removed, especially Wrecker, because his activates and he almost kills Omega. And I'll be honest, at the end of Episode 7, I'm like, okay, we're getting so many cameos. And I'm just like, I started getting bored. And then Episode 8, they throw in Cad Bane and his little droid dude. And that was cool and whatnot. But I'm just like, okay, now we're getting all these cameos from characters that we've had in Clone Wars and in Rebels. And I'm like, when it comes to Star Wars, it's great to have cameos. I don't know, I can't say words right. Cameos and things of that nature. It's cool to have those things. But I want new stuff. I want new storylines. And I wanted the sequel trilogy to be something fresh and new. And it seems that all they can do is keep giving us stuff in between episode 3 and 4, and between 6 and 7, because any other timeline that they seem to explore, they don't know how to execute properly. I really enjoyed the first couple episodes of Bad Batch, and as the show has gone along, it's just started getting bored. The Bad Batch in the Clone Wars, they were cool Spec Ops clone breed troops. Them getting their own show is just kind of weird to me. I can't even say that I love this show. It's not that I hate it, but I'm never excited. We're halfway through this show, and I can't say I'm looking forward to the next episode. I'm looking forward to seeing if it'll improve and evolve, but I'm not gung-ho attached to any of these characters. 8 episodes in, I don't care what happens to Omega. I don't care that Cad Bane is this bounty hunter chasing her, and that the Kaminoans want her for some evil purpose that we still have no clue why. I don't care about Crosshair almost killing the Bad Batch. I don't care about what's going to happen to any of them. I don't care. Obviously, they're either going to all die at the end of the show's conclusion, or they're going to end up just joining the rebellion like Rex did and help fight in the Battle of Endor. There's just, because of the timeline, there's only so many ways this show is going to end. I just don't care. I'm not invested with any of the characters, and that's a problem. I kind of know how the show is probably going to end, and I'm just going through it and watching it because it is Star Wars, and I love Star Wars. Most of Star Wars. Don't like Episode 8. 9 was okay. 7 was cool. I wanted a lot more from this, and I feel like I'm just disappointed. As a Star Wars fan, I'm disappointed. This isn't a garbage show. If you have Disney Plus, I encourage you guys to check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. It's not something I'm like, hey, you should get Disney Plus so you can watch this show. I would be more like, hey, there's The Mandalorian. Get Disney Plus to watch The Mandalorian. Not because The Mandalorian is live action, but it's a fresh new show, new content, new characters, new locations that we've never seen. Bad Batch, we've seen all this stuff before. It's just more prequel. It's just more Clone Wars Season 8 stuff. And I hope that if this gets greenlit for a Season 2, which I kind of don't want it to, I want it to be 16 episodes and be done and them work on something new. If it does get a Season 2, I want them to make it where it focuses on some new stuff. Get your Captain Rex, your Ahsoka, and all your prequel cameos done with in Season 1. And then if you guys get greenlit for Season 2, make it something fresh and exciting and new that we've never seen before. Alright, that's going to do it for me, guys. So with that, I'm going to give Part 1, Episodes 1 through 8 so far. I'm going to give the show a 6 out of 10. With Episodes 9 through 16 coming out over the next couple weeks. My score of the entire season may or may not change. We'll see. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.